Today we are working in the Green Big Ideas Record and Practice Journal, and the lesson we're looking at today is 7.4, and we are looking at independent and dependent variables. For number one, it says tell whether the ordered pair is a solution of the equation. So number one, it says y equals 2x. What we want to do is we want to plug in, because we have an x and a y here. The 0 would be the x, the 2 would be the y. If y equals 2x, we need to plug in that 0 for the x. Anytime a letter is written next to a number, that means multiply. So we simply want to multiply 2 times 0, and we get y equals 0. Right now, 0 comma 2 is telling us that the y is 2. So this is not a solution to that equation. So I'm simply going to put down no. For number two, y equals 6x. Again, this is my x, this is my y. I'm going to substitute in the 2 for the x. 6 times 2 is 12, and that's going to be y equals 12. And right here, that would be a solution to our problem because our x is 12. The second part on 7.4 is identifying independent and dependent variables. Real quick, independent variables can change freely, and the dependent variable depends on the independent variable. So this one, independent, can change freely, and this one, dependent, is going to depend on the independent variable. And again, if you look up at our equations here, y equals 2x and y equals 6x, when we have those equations, it's very similar to P equals 8.75h. If we wrote it with x and y, it would be y equals 8.65x. And the x is going to be your independent variable, and the y is going to be your dependent variable. So the y depends on the x. Now for these problems, 5, 6, I believe 7 and 8, they're all pretty much the same. If we write it in x and y, it would be y equals 4x. And again, the y is the dependent variable, and the x is the independent variable. So this is 7.4. We're talking about independent and dependent variables.